Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, a little bit of bouncy castle today on the Bitcoin chart. Nothing major happened. Continue to see, corrective structures. That shouldn't be a surprise that we see a little bit of up and down roller coaster ride or bouncy castle movement, because we are in a correction in this wave 4. And we're basically moving between support and resistance, very characteristic for a correction, because the market can't really break out yet to the upside, and there are still buyers, however, coming in, but they can't push the price up too much, and so on. Situation is unchanged on the chart, but I would like to show you a couple of different scenarios here. We want to talk about a short-term bullish and also about a short-term bearish scenario here on the Bitcoin chart. So let's zoom in a little bit. The idea is still, that we are in this wave 4. We have an A wave to the downside, B wave to the upside, C wave to the downside. That's the idea. This C wave, has it started? Well, it technically could have, but the move down that we saw today is certainly not very promising, not very strong. And I would have difficulties to really justify that this was already the move down. It was a 3-wave move down, and it didn't sustain below the support level. Okay, so indicated in my first video earlier today that we need to see a break below $42,016, but a sustained break to only have a first indication that the top might be in. And it was a first indication, but not confirmation. So I'm thinking it looks more and more as if the price really wants to extend higher from an ABC structure into a WXY. That means this B wave can extend higher. The ABC forms a wave W. Let's just actually increase the wave degree here by 1. And then you see here how this structure could unfold. That is basically a short-term bullish scenario. Would still be within the correction though, okay? So no change here. We have an A wave down, we still have our B wave, but it might turn into a high B wave. And could certainly get into the region between $43,721 and $46,520. However, be aware, we are caught below, or we are hovering below the descending trend line. So this is a short-term bullish scenario. What is the condition? The condition is that today's low is holding at $41,472. This low needs to hold. We need to break above the trend line and could then travel probably here into the region around the 44,700 level to maybe 46,000. Yeah, that would work quite well. Also in terms of Fibonacci extensions, take the length of the wave W, we go to the low of the X wave. Yeah, sort of 44,000. Yeah, just below that. I think I didn't draw the Fib extension. Yeah, it needs to be a bit higher. So pretty much very good overlap here around the $44,710 level. That's the 100% extension level. So that means this would be in case we see a break above the trend line, and it looks likely, but they can turn around at an instant, these coins. We just want to prepare you for the scenario that we break above the trend line. This is likely what we're going to see. It shows too much strength at the moment to really have high confidence in the idea that the B wave already topped. Again, it's possible. Now, that's a short-term bullish scenario. On top of that, obviously, Bitcoin could form a triangle here. It might go that way, but I haven't got enough waves for that. So that's just something to observe, okay, that it might form a triangle. However, we should not call for a triangle too early, because in the end, they often go another way. But I just want to add it to the chart as an option that you see here, that we might be in this triangle shape, but that's too early to say. So in that case, the wave 4 might form a triangle. There is also a scenario, of course, a more direct breakout scenario, not preferred at this stage, but I would need to see more evidence for that. In that case, we would be moving up in a diagonal structure. But first of all, let's explore if anyway the WXY structure is forming. In a more bullish direct breakout scenario, we have already a wave 1 and a wave 2. This is an A, B. We will get the wave 3 where the Y wave is. So until here, you wouldn't be able to distinguish between them anyway, okay? So for now, I'm simply tracking the WXY. If, however, after that WXY pattern, the chart is unable to come down in an impulse, then it's likely going to be a wave 4, and then we get another wave 5, and we have extended higher. We're basically moving up in wave 5 already. Okay, so wave 4 then probably finished here. We will need to explore that further then. But again, if I'm now tracking the white count or the yellow one, it doesn't make any difference short term. Okay. And I mean, in a short-term bearish scenario, Bitcoin would need to break below today's low, and then a more direct pathway to the downside would become very likely. And that is sort of, even in this scenario where we have a high B wave, I would still prefer to see the price in this region here between, first of all, $36,300 and $39,260. Yeah, not much more to add really. We're still moving in corrective bouncy castle structures, and until the price has made up its mind, and that's, the market hasn't made up its mind yet. That is exactly why you see that whipsaw price action. That's what characterizes a correction. But Bitcoin is consolidating on a pretty high level, so overall price action still is very suggestive of further trend continuation higher. Just sort of the structure and the wave degree suggests that we should see the yellow support area before really a significant uptrend continues. Yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.